This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. I'll be going live in about 2 minutes. Well, my watch says it's 4 o'clock and it's time for my Fabulous Friday Facebook Live. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it is stamping time, and this afternoon is breezy and high clouds with some sunshine, and much cooler than it has been in the past. So today I want to show you what you can do with these large party banner dies. I hesitated to buy it. You can find it and the bundle here on page 86 of the catalog. Let me see. I don't think I'm playing my live. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, in the annual catalog on page 86, the dies and the bundle. Yes, it is very big expense, but you get a lot of value for it. First off, the dies, they're $40 US. Look at all the sizes that you can have. Now, I probably will not use the very large ones unless I decide to get really serious and decorate. Maybe for my birthday, I'll put up a banner saying, "Happy birthday, Sue." Maybe I'll use them up at church too. It includes all these sizes of banners, and then it includes holes to punch so you can string them, and ones that you can use on the corners. So we're going to be using that. And the other part of the bundle is big alphabet, and it is huge. The dies are $40. The alphabet is $99. And it is perfect to work on these large things. So this is the largest of the dies. And so you get all of these, and you get some Cyrillic alphabet of the Cyrillic alphabet and the German, because we are an international organization. And then you get the rest of the alphabet. And the largest of these, I believe, is like, let's see, largest die is almost 3 inches. So you really get a lot for your money for it. And you can put it on, let's say, let's find the H and B. And so you can have H, B on your die for happy birthday. Or you could put one letter clear across and spell out a person's name. So there's quite a bit of options for this, for banners. Now, I'm not sure I will make that many banners, but I'm going to show you today some ideas I had for cards. Because when I realized that the smaller ones are perfect for card making and a variety of different sizes, I went ahead and ordered the set. And while I'm not sure how much I will use the alphabet dies, I generally get the whole bundle, because as soon as I don't, then I go, oh, I wish I'd gotten those. And I have to pay for them individually. So I've done these 3 cards here. This one is a pocket card. I can't remember who did that, but I saw it on Facebook, on the internet, and I thought, oh, how perfect is that? Get this thing back in there. There we go. Kind of like a shirt pocket. This one I just now came up with this afternoon. I like the little flap idea, so thank you. And then you lift it up, and there's grateful for you, and that's on the inside. And I'll show you how to make this one also. And then there's this one that is the die shape card. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's start with, let's see, we'll start with this one, because that's what I've got on top with my stack of supplies. So I have 5 1/4 by 4 inch basic white for the inside of the card. And I have a strip of this designer series paper. It is Country Woods, and I'm really happy that it's in the annual catalog. It was in one of the mini catalogs this year. And this is 5 1/2 by 3 inches wide. And then the card base, which is, yeah, not smoky slate. It is, just a minute. Misty Moonlight card base. And I have already cut out the card base using the third from the inside. Like that. And what I did, so I made sure I got it positioned right, I put my strip, centered it like that, and then I made a little mark on either side of it so that I could get this centered. Now, next trick is to cut a flap out of this. So what I did was I put this under, getting it lined up the way so it looks like it's even. And then I took a pencil and sketched around the opening like this. So you can see, somewhat, you can see where the die is supposed to go. And then I'm going to place it so that it's on top of those guidelines as close as possible. That does not look like it's quite even. Let's see. I'm going to erase that and try it again. With this designer series paper, you can erase and it won't show too much. Let's try that again. Because I didn't like the position. Okay, that looks a little better. Make sure this is straight. Yep. Okay, that will have to do. So I'm going to put this die over my sketch lines. And anchor it down with painter's tape. Excuse my arm. I am so sorry that the magnetic plates for the for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss didn't work out, because then you don't have to worry about the tape. And this is only 3-inch wide, so I can use the Stampin' Emboss Mini. Now, I only want to cut down to this edge, so I'm going to put this plate right about there, so I know where to stop. Back it back out. And let's see how that did. So the idea is, oh, that was really good. The idea is we come right to that line I made, and it looks like it did perfectly, like that. Okay, so now, first off, I'm going to put this inside. No, I'm not yet. I'm going to stamp it first. I am going to put this on, though. Kind of anchor it down around the opening. Now, the trick is to place it so that the opening, the edges of the opening match. And that looks pretty good. Now to erase my pencil marks. Like that. Okay, so now I'm going to place this in here where I want it, but I'm not going to fasten it down, because if I don't get things stamped straight, I can turn it over. And I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight ink. And this summer I am making cards that are gratifying, cards of gratification. Is that how you pronounce it? For our church care ministry, to send to those who have been faithfully serving within the church in a variety of ways. Well, that was lucky. See, that's why I hadn't glued it down, because I almost had to stamp it on the other side. Now on the front, I'm going to put thank you. This stamp is from the stamp set of the Paper Pumpkin for July. So now all we have left to do for this card is really quite easy. Couple of things. I'm going to decorate it. This is the basic beige ribbon that is in the annual catalog. And I'm just going to make an overhand knot for it. I'm trying to keep this a masculine card because I tend to make most of my cards for this project with flowers. But we got a lot of men who are also helping at church. Trim the edge a little bit. Grab some adhesives. These come from Paper Pumpkin Kits. They are very generous with them. They also are in the kits that you might buy online, because we've got a variety of kits. They are great because all the stuff is pre-cut. You just have to punch out a little bit of stamping for a greeting, or just a touch of stamping here and there, and you have as many as 8 or 9 cards done. Okay, and there we are. Oh, one other thing. Little trick. Use your bone folder and kind of curl the edges of the banner just slightly like that, so they kind of stand up. Give them an indication to open it up and see what's inside. So you can peek in, grateful for you, and then you can write down below it. This design would also be great for one of our 6x6 designer series papers that have a view on it. You could have it so that they, see the view? Be like a shutter. So there's card number 1. I'll set that aside for now and move on to the next card. Yeah, I've actually got 3 cards for you today. Surprise, surprise. Okay, the next one was my original idea to do, but it is an idea I also got off the web. But you can take any of these shaped dies, and when you cut them, let's see, this one is, come on. Nope, too big. Perfect. So this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th one in, and it just fits the width of a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock. Okay, now where's my cardstock? Here we are with the pieces. I've already cut it because I have to use my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and it doesn't fit under my light box quite as well. So the next size down is the 6th one, and I cut a piece. Oh, no, wait. Not the 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is the 6th one. This is the 6th one. So I cut a piece of basic white cardstock for the inside and a piece of designer series paper. This is another one that was in, I think, last fall, September through December mini catalog, and it has been brought into the annual catalog as well. It was that popular. So let's first put this on the inside of our card. Oh, the way I got the shape of this, I forgot to tell you, is I put the die, and this will show it pretty well. Put the die so that the edge of the cardstock, the fold, was just above, the die was just above the fold. And then cut it out. So I'll put this on the inside so that you can write a greeting. Well, it looks like I kind of didn't get it quite straight because there's a little bit of a split there. Oh, well. You have to kind of watch that. I can't even tape it to have it be straight. So watch out for that. And then put this one on. This is the Woodland Branches. Didn't want to put that on yet. I want to put some of the linen thread around this layer, and I sometimes have a very hard time getting at the thread to be exactly right, tight. So what I am going to do this time is tie it around an acrylic block so that if it's not quite right, not quite tight when I get this bow done, it won't matter, because you have to hold that down. I need to hold it down the other way. Well, you hold one bow and then wrap the other side around. And then pull them tight without pulling the ends out. And you see how I had, well, that was pretty tight this time, but when you have to let go to have two hands, that often gets really loose here. Come on, go the other way. So now I'm going to cut it off the block. And wrap the ends to the back. So I want it to be about like that. I'll turn it over, put a little bit of snails, or seal, not snail. Which one is my Okay. Gotta keep straight which is the tail of the bow and which is the I can adjust this one. And now we can put it on the card. Like so. I suggest when you do this, make your tails to your bows a little bit shorter so you don't get confused like I was. And I kind of like to anchor it with a glue dot. I think I want this up higher. Wonder if I can move it. Because I want to have my tag go over it. Or up there. And then move the glue dot. There. Still came out not tight. Now where's the other tail? There. Well, shoot. It's not working quite the way it's supposed to. Okay, my other solution, now I've got the thing tied around here, and the glue dot will hold the knot. While I make the bow. for Pete's sake. This is just not working well. Okay, stay put. Finally. Okay, so I already stamped Grateful for You using the Early Espresso, and I'm going to use the smallest of the dies to cut this out, like so. Come on, painter's tape. Another alternative, if you don't have painter's tape, is to use a piece of the sticky from Post-it notes. As a matter of fact, you can even, I think, you can even buy Post-it note tape. Okay, so this goes on here, the Stampin' Dimensionals. And line it up right along the edge. Of the Designer Series paper. So there you have card number 2. Okay, card number 3 is a pocket card. And the base for that is Garden Green, eight and a half by 5 and a half. I'm gonna score it at 4 1/4. And you can just fold it in half, you know, with your fingers, but by scoring it, you generally get a more accurate fold. Okay, on the inside, I'm going to put some basic beige for the greeting. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And on the outside, another one, 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut out piece of the Designer Series paper from the Woodland, Winter Woodland. Let me double check the name of that. Well, no ways close. It was Nests of Winter. And I cut that out using, let's see, yeah, this die, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the inside. And I'm going to use liquid glue this time and just put it around the edges to make it a pocket. Maybe. Definitely it will come out just a little bit. Let me. Let's see if this other one works better. Huh. Should have tested them out before I started. There we go. By the way, did you know that this is repositionable glue too? If you just put it down, smear it fairly thin, and let it dry before you stick your layers together, it becomes repositionable. And the other thing that's cool about this multi-purpose liquid glue is that there is a broad end, so you could quickly put glue all over a project if you wanted that much glue. So I'm going to put that down here. Okay, so this is our pocket. And then I cut out using this die. This is the third from the inside. Piece of crumb cake cardstock. And I'm going to stamp the Grateful for You on there using the Early Espresso. When this first came out, this Early Espresso, my goodness, people had so much trouble getting espresso into it, because espresso coffee was not that popular at the time. Whoops, I want to have the tabs up. So there we have Grateful for You. Oh, here they are. And these pressed flower motifs are a part of the Bloom Suite. Oh, I was going to curl the corners. Just use your thumb against the bone folder. Slide your greeting into the pocket. So then they just pull it up. Grateful for you. Kind of like this is the handkerchief in a man's jacket pocket. But then to make it look a little more decorated, more like a pocket, I decided to put one of these pressed flowers to add a little bit of embellishment. Like perhaps maybe this is a pocket that is, you could pull it short, button it short, tight, so things don't leak out of it. Okay, now let's get it straight. There we go. So these are the pressed flower motifs. So in about 40 minutes, we have 3 different cards. I've shown you 3 different cards showing gratitude for something somebody has done. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you will make it. If you have left comments while I was working, because I don't have the ability, I can't focus on stamping and watching my monitor at the same time. So if you've left a comment, thank you so much, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get through with this recording. I'm going to put it up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper. My blog is www.soggystamper.com. If you have any questions, you can email me, sue@soggystamper.com, or on my Facebook page, send me a private message, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. If you decide that you really need to have this set, and you can see the possibilities of it, I'd love to have you buy it be my customer. Go to my blog, and in the upper right-hand corner it says Shop 24/7, and that will take you to my shop, creationsbysue.stampinup.net. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you again next Friday about 4 o'clock for another fabulous Friday Facebook Live. Bye-bye.